Hello, Maesters. It is Mel C, and we have a exciting tournament game going on here between Siatam and Eden, if that's how you say Siatam's name. Very strong and powerful names in the GSC scene. Have cut this game somewhat live. We're going to try to catch up quick. So just getting straight into it here. Snorlax v Snorlax. Switches out assuming it's Thunder as it's not often run. Very unfortunate edge crit. But spikes are guaranteed no matter what now. And no Thunder, so no kill. Cloyster lives. Eden does a little think about this, then it goes into Zapdos. Not favorable to take an edge, but obviously the boom is catastrophic, and if it lands on the Snorlax or even any Pokemon, whereas Eden is going to have to be strategic to get this thing back to health and also keep spikes off the field to make that a potential reality. So, oh, sorry about that Discord ping. But yes, oh gosh, let me close it. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Those were not your Discord pings, they were mine. Hopefully no more. Let me just make sure. No, there is one more tab. Okay, I apologize for that inconvenience. So the Zapdos comes in because Unlikely Lag stays in. Also not the end of the world, but yeah, booming is catastrophic, so Gengar is a nice mid-ground to cover both the boom, toxic, and surf, because it can live a surf. Doesn't want to take it, but it's okay. Obviously, explosion does nothing. Immune to toxic as well with that poison typing. So a good move to go into Gengar there. Doubles back into Lex. The Thunder claps down. Does some big boy damage. And revealing the Machamp. Looks like an offense versus offense matchup. Very exciting. And the Mii comes in. You don't HP bug there. And very likely and not going for it either. Don't want to take that catastrophic damage. Do you recover? I guess you do. No, you would have recovered, but it was a crit, so it actually went even. So decent. I mean, that was a good thing. It was a good attempt. Unfortunately, the crit renders it not valuable. But Eden making big plays to get that Cloyster alive, guaranteed in spike range, so it can get in there and at least spike up again, if nothing else. Very good stuff. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Like, yeah, very unsafe, and like with how GSC recovery works, just turns like that are just beautiful to watch. Getting that residual recovery can be everything in a game. As can getting spikes, so see it's I'm willing to take 52 there. Switches into the Raikou answer, which is Hitar. Not the most preferable answer, but a good one nevertheless. The Roar, pretty devastating. Especially on the switch out there. It's a very cognition move. Since Tyranitar started running Surf, or maybe not started, I just know I've seen it in the past months. It could have been a thing way before that, way before way before my time, potentially. Who knows? So not wanting to take that, as that would be a very big blow, considering how Golem's EQ kind of wreaks havoc on this team. And as such, it also has a very threatening explosion. Moving on, because I'm trying to catch up to the game. Crit rock slides, pretty big deal, but not the end of the world. Either switch, both players switching is obviously you can't take that. Reveals EQ on the lax. Some useful information. They go into 1v1. Sorry for not I'm not really thinking. Kind of just saying what's on the screen, but we can't get too in depth into these moves. We're trying to catch up. A beautiful bolt there. I think a switch was predicted because I don't think you. Yeah, obviously us lax, you take that very very comfortably, so I think you're trying to catch something there. I guess the Zapdos, I don't really... Oh, probably Machamp. Yeah, Machamp coming in because it's very low health and trying to take advantage of the Sleeping Lax. Especially if it's a Mono Lax variant. It reveals itself to be Rest Talk to attack, though. No, the Gengar does make sense. And a good spin block there as well. It would be very easy to Quake. So, gosh, that was... I would be scared to do that spin block right there. That Siatam just performed very beautifully. Does get that spin off in the end, though. And both players in a situation where it's going to be very hard for them to get spikes up. So looking for their Mons to kind of carry the offense for the time being, as Eden reveals Curse EQ lags. So might be looking at 3 attack. Oh wait, no, sorry, I meant rest. Like, no talk is what I meant to say. I misspoke. But taking care of the Zapdos, that's not as big of a deal now. Although T-Tar will deal with it pretty well. T-Tar already a little whittled down and, you know, sustaining the pressure on it for the rest of the game is going to be a difficult ask. As Machamp comes in, a good option. It covers 3 Pokemon in a horrific cross-drop miss for the ages. But as long as Starmie is alive, Machamp, barring HP Bug, is not really a threat, and sacking a Mon that kills 3 of Siatams is not a good sign of what is to potentially come in this game. They are exchanging the GGs, so unfortunately we did miss the end. But revealing to be no rest at all, so very offensively oriented team. But putting in work for sure. There's definitely been some unfavorable hacks in this game, but nevertheless, the Spikers are back in at last, finally getting their window to actually probably just get damage on Eden's side. Yeah, it just goes for the Surf because there's not going to be enough switches at this point for the spikes to be meaningful on the Siatam side of the field. Switching into the Golem. Just a play that makes good sense. Although, it's a vulnerable one too. I'm curious about that play. It's obviously good, and so is a crit EQ, doing an obscene amount of damage. This Golem is actually in position to just kind of clean up the entire game. Which is very interesting, oh, good switch there on the explosion. Siatam's team really does not want to take an Earthquake, huh? Dang, a crit on the Thunder, too. Talks EQ. Looks like that's a GG in the terms of an Eden loss. However, that rest is huge. It's astronomical because now certainly have odds against the Zapdos. You know, Thunder miss, Thunder not critting because you kind of need that. Obviously, you can get it to rest. You're on the front foot. And with Sleep Talk, even the proposition of Lovely Kiss does not threaten this Lax too much. Whereas this Lax has no reliable recovery, meaning, you know, Lax can deal with it, or if you can just get it low, then Tar can as well. And these Thunders are not connecting like they need to if Eden is to win this game. So yeah, that rest, absolutely huge. And it looks like it is going to be a win for Siatam, so let's just keep going ahead because it's the same sequence. And yes, talks through the case to get a win, and very good stuff. So reviewing this game over again, I don't think you regret that. It's played well by both of them for sure. I guess this was an HP bug, rock chop EQ curse, something like that. Although it seems like, because isn't it Raikou Golem? This team gets like blown back by Jinx, like bad, like insanely bad actually. Right? I'm not crazy, am I? Like Raikou is really the only glue holding him back from a Jinx annihilation, because Lax doesn't even have recovery to try to out offense it. Obviously it beats it one-on-one if they're both at full, but there's a lot of ways to attempt to ensure that doesn't happen. Oh, the roar there was nice. Oh, is this? Yeah. That was a beautiful play by Siatam. To roar there, because that EQ would have hurt for sure. No, Harsha, bruh, double crit. How did I wait? I didn't notice that at first. This Machamp basically got crit out of the entire game. And it could have won late game too, because you remember the two people left were Lax and T-Tar. That's kind of devastating. Yo, F's in the chat for Machamp. I'm trying to see if there's anything crazy. What I just realized as well, this is a kind of crazy outcome considering this team also doesn't really have a way to take an electric move. There's no resist. Not many are bulky. Interesting. Very interesting to think about. So the Golem coming in here, reasonable, normal. Quake Chip, normal as well. Get that information out of what this set might be. And of course you have a comfortable swap to Zapdos as well. Oh, that was just amazing to watch. Just knew the exact moment. That was some good stuff. Oh, it was Hypnosis Guard too. I didn't even miss that turn. I like the victory battles music playing in the background as we kind of survey the game after it's done. It's pretty cinematic. It's unintentional. That was an interesting interaction too. I wonder if Siatam had I guess you do have the read at this point, right? Because I don't think this kind of runs rest. I don't think this runs rest normally. With these revealed moves. Or if it does, you still have a lot of options to punish. You can go into 4E and get your spikes because it's not talk. So the whittling it down there is really smart, because in the event that you die, is super weak, which, as you saw, made Siatam able to win in the late game. Because he couldn't, curse and rest, and then, barring crits, it would just late game sweep. So it prevents that if it's not rest. If it is rest, in order to get and expend that recovery, there's a lot of opportunity for Siatam to punish with, hazards and phasing. And then, maybe he also plays it differently to where Gar explodes on it in a later stage. If the rest came out. In the boom on Raiko as well, absolutely astronomical. Yeah, this Machamp, this poor Machamp, it gets double slide crit into missing chop. Like, what do you even say? I feel like it should have been kept though, maybe. And maybe you go, like, let's see, maybe. Oh, wait, sorry. Maybe you go. I feel like instead of giving the Machamp up here to serve, why don't you go Zapdos? Because see, this is really like the main. I think looking back, beautifully played by Siatam and Eden both. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that giving Champ up to the surf there is a mistake. If I'm not missing something, because it really. Well, I guess it could be using Ice Beam, maybe, but obviously you can't go Cloister or Golem or really Lax either, because Lax is your primary win condition. Because as long as Machamp's alive, Siatam's probably going to keep Starmie alive as well. So you need Lax and Champ, I think, to pull this win off. So just like giving it up almost for free there, I really think was not like advisable, because if you go Zapdos, you take a hit, but nothing really switches in here to the Zap. Like if it's Lax, you can double Golem because you at least take one more EQ. You can like try to outplay on the turn and go, or like outplay on the switch turn after you go into Zapdos and like go straight Champ to be in on it. And you can either get lefties that way and get some of this HP back, so maybe you can survive. Actually, you're probably not going to get into edge range. That might be one of the contributing reasons for why he didn't sacked. That could be very fair. Also, the fact that Starmie just recovers on it for free and always comes in. But no, I feel like this Lax Champ Zap still could have broken through this somehow. And I think going Zapdos was kind of the start. You do, of course, the T-Tar. Well, doubling T-Tar would be devastating, so Eden might have been accounting for a theoretical T-Tar double. Because if you go Zap on the Tar, then nothing really wants to take the hit. And then it is true that it's very hard to break through this Starmie. after that point. But the thing is, you know, if you can land the kiss on this army, I mean, you have to get a good sequence to make that happen. But I think if you land the kiss on the Starmie, you don't really even. Well, if you land the kiss on the Starmie, Zapdos just gets to recover. It's like, insofar as you do survive one rock slide, it seems like, I don't know, I think that even with the T-Tar double in mind, I think Machamp's too valuable because, well, I guess for the reasons listed, although it's not like that makes you didn't win by any means. This is still a very difficult, you know, puzzle and challenge to solve. But I feel like at this point, you're kind of, you know, just in, like, I don't know how you can really salvage the position we're in here. I guess you have two booms. Yeah, wait. Let's see the gameplay out. 'Cause yeah, this is a little presumptuous. Like, this is actually still a really good position. At this point in time. Well, I feel like you have to kill that Lax at all costs. The Golem, like, I get 100% why this spin happened. Oh gosh, what a beautiful switch. Like, this is so well played. I love seeing some great Pokemon. Absolutely love it. I mean, yeah, you actually did just like win right there. Barring the miss, but you know, you have to also consider that, you know, there was a crit in the first one. Let's see, hold on. Whoa, 79. Yeah, like before crit, there's not even a chance, so. With the restraint, the switching on the boom, all this stuff is very hard to account for. I mean, yeah, it was an insanely close game either way. But I feel like, and even the sequence after was really good, so I could, because this looks pretty good, so like, even keeping this, like, the other line is definitely still good. There's just something that makes me feel like the Zapper is more important to be like on that field, putting on the pressure. And then the lovely kiss comes like later perhaps, but I don't know. I'm a bot, I don't know what I'm doing. These are very accomplished, phenomenal players, as we saw. Like, the exploding, or catching the explosion on the Starmie, switching into that rapid spin of the Gengar was wild. That was some beautiful stuff. Yeah, really good game there between these two players. I already saw it live in the lobby since I was here.